This is a famous photo from 1927. 29 people. 17 won Nobel Prizes. It looks like a science meeting, but actually a siege on Einstein and his determinism. In this photo, Einstein looks pale. He had to win this debate. If he lost, physics could no longer explain the world with certainty. After all, before quantum mechanics came along, physics said the future could be predicted. Previously, Newton built this vision, and Laplace's demon declared that if someone knew everything about the present, he could calculate the entire past and future. It meant the universe was a pre-recorded movie. Everything was set in stone. Your job, relationships, fate, all printed on the cosmic film. You can watch this video because at the very beginning of the universe, a certain particle collided. No accidents, only destiny. This was determinism. Einstein believed in it deeply. But a young German scientist named Werner Heisenberg changed everything. He personally cut it all off. He knew that Einstein would lose. In 1925, he was suffering from bad allergies. He escaped to a barren island called Heligoland. There, with only red rocks and howling wind, Heisenberg walked alone. Physics was chaos at the time. Niels Bohr had drawn an atom like a solar system, electrons orbiting a nucleus. But the math never worked. Staring silently at the dark sea, Heisenberg had a rebellious thought. Why do we assume electrons have fixed orbits? Have we ever seen electrons move in a circle? No. What we see is merely the light emitted when electrons jump. They simply jump from here, then there, like a ghost, with no path in between. So Heisenberg decided to remove the concept of orbit. In those nights, he created a new math, matrix mechanics. He stopped drawing paths, only calculating probabilities. He finished his calculations. He had opened the back door of the universe. He looked at the process of determinism, and he saw it was empty, no script. He uncovered a shocking truth, the uncertainty principle. It says, in the microscopic world, you can never know both a particle's exact position and momentum at the same time. It is because the exact position and momentum does not exist for a particle. It is not a measurement problem. It is just how nature works. This was a huge problem for determinism. If you can't know everything about the present, you can't predict the future. The chain of cause and effect was thus broken. The future is just a vast cloud of probability. Older physicists were furious. If physics can't predict the future, what's the point? Did God create the world by rolling dice? The debate erupted at the Solvay conference. On one side was Einstein, fighting alone to defend a predictable world. On the other were Bohr and the Copenhagen gang, armed with probability. It was a long battle. It is said that, each morning, Einstein would present a clever thought experiment to prove Heisenberg wrong. At breakfast, Bohr would be shaken. But by dinner, Bohr would find a flaw in Einstein's logic and push back. But Einstein was a genius. In 1930, he unveiled his Photon Box. Imagine a box filled with light, hanging from a spring scale, with a shutter controlled by a clock. Opening the shutter, a photon would be released. The box becomes lighter. Weigh it. Using the equation, we know the exact energy that left. Thus, Einstein claimed, time and energy could both be known precisely. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle was wrong. This attack was brilliant. Bohr looked defeated. He said to everyone, if Einstein was right, physics would be over. That night, Einstein went to sleep smiling. But he had forgotten his own greatest work, general relativity. The next day, Bohr had an answer. He used Einstein's own theory of general relativity against him. To weigh the box, it must hang and move. When the photon escapes, the box gets lighter and rises. According to Einstein's general relativity, as its height changes, gravity would change, and so does the flow of time inside the box. In this way, you still couldn't measure both things perfectly. How ironic. Bohr used Einstein's own theory to defeat him. The entire room fell silent, then applause. Einstein was defeated in that debate. He spent his later years trying to find a more complete theory, to rebuild that predictable world. But it was no use. Bohr delivered the famous line, Einstein, stop telling God what to do. The battle was over. Determinism had lost. We have to accept that the world is built on a foundation of uncertainty. Ground beneath feet, cup in hand, at their core, are a cloud of probability. But is this a bad thing? If Laplace's demon were right, then all our effort, struggle, love, and pain would just be script. You're not living, you are prefabricated. But quantum mechanics burned this script, and it gives us one thing: probability. Maybe God does play dice. It means the future isn't yet written, and precisely because of this, the blank script is always in your hands.